The Outer Worlds 2 has been in development since 2019. Halo Infinite reaches a new peak concurrent player count, and we could be seeing potentially World of Warcraft coming to console. Guys, welcome back to another video. If you enjoy daily Xbox content, make sure to hit that subscribe button. But firstly, happy Thanksgiving to all of my American viewers. I know it's a quieter day in the news and all that kind of stuff, but hey, I want to still bring you something to watch while you're eating your turkey and having your big feast. And the first thing I want to talk about is The Outer Worlds 2. This is a game that we know is coming. They showed off that title screen at, I believe, the Xbox and Bethesda showcase, and we know that it's going to be a while before we see anything, and probably another couple of years before the game is released. But we have more information as to when they started the development of The Outer Worlds 2. So this comes via the Twitter user Faizan Shaikh. I'm not sure if I'm saying name right, but it's based off of a post from LinkedIn and Obsidian Entertainment saying they were looking for a production director for The Outer Worlds 2, which started in September 2019 until obviously present, as well as an acting executive producer. Now again, we don't know exactly what this means because it could have just been really early pre-production stuff in 2019, so the game will still be a couple of years out. I would say you can probably expect The Outer Worlds 2 maybe in like 2023, 2024, as this tweet says. And the first Outer Worlds game came out in 2019, so they probably were just quickly transitioning from finishing the first Outer Worlds while having people still working on like the DLC for it, and then getting started on The Outer Worlds 2. And considering the first Outer Worlds was very successful, they probably made a ton of money off of that. Also adding to the fact that they are a part of Xbox Game Studios now, The Outer Worlds 2 could be just bigger and better than what we saw with the first game. And it's Obsidian, and we know Obsidian's working on a bunch of other stuff as well, so I don't know how Obsidian is doing all of this stuff with their one studio, but I think the Xbox Game Studios acquisition was just huge in helping them create all of these different teams, getting them more resources, being able to kind of expand off with smaller teams like they're doing with that Pentiment game, which I believe is going to be like a 12-person team. And they also have Avowed that they're working on, and The Outer Worlds 2. Obsidian is going to be a huge player within Xbox Game Studios and Western RPGs over the next several years. I can't wait to see what the game is all about. It's definitely a game, I think, for a lot of people, it's up there on their anticipation list. I can't wait, and my wife loves The Outer Worlds, so it's just a great franchise, and it's going to be a lot of fun once they finally show it off to see the difference between the first game, which came out on the Xbox One, and how they can upgrade it, give us a more expansive world, better graphics, all that kind of stuff with the Xbox Series X. And then we go down into this thread, which is something is very interesting. We know Jez Corden, he's already seen gameplay footage of The Outer Worlds, but according to him, Obsidian is planning to release the game for the next 7 years every single year. And it really does seem like that is happening based off of their schedule. Like I already mentioned, Project Pentiment, Avowed, The Outer Worlds 2, but also Grounded. People always forget about Grounded, or at least I always forget about Grounded, that it's under Obsidian because of the type of game it is. And that game is still not fully released yet. It's still in like the game preview mode, and I played it when it first came out. It was really good. They've added stuff to it since it first dropped, and it's just such an expansive world. It's a really cool sandbox. It's going to be another genre of game that I think Xbox Game Studios kind of dominates. When you think of Grounded, you think of Minecraft and just those building, crafting, sandbox style of games. So when it comes to Halo Infinite, there has been a lot of talk, and I guess a lot of concern from the people that aren't just being outraged about everything about the game, about how the progression system and the events, and how you can't get everything in the event right away, you're going to have to kind of wait, how that stuff is going to affect the longevity of the game, the community, and the player count, and all that kind of stuff. At least for now, it is not having an effect at all. As this is a tweet here from Benji Sale saying, today Halo Infinite saw much higher peak concurrent players than it did over the weekend, and is back over 200k players on Steam with release of its first multiplayer event, Fracture Tenere. A steady flow of new content like this will be key element to keep long-term engagement, and I 100% agree with that. They are going to have to continue to be putting out these events in order to get people to come back. They're going to keep making changes to the battle pass for the people that care every single day about picking up new cosmetics for their players. But overall, I don't foresee 343 allowing this game to die in any way. If they start seeing their concurrent player counts start to fall over a long period of time, you can best believe they're going to continue to make changes to get people engaged back into Halo Infinite. And the great thing about the game, as I said so many times, is that on the exterior, in my opinion at least, this is completely my opinion on how I play the game, I'm not someone who really cares too much about the cosmetics and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I like getting them because they're there. I like seeing the XP go up and then seeing when I get to unlock, because it's part of the game now. But the core gameplay is so much fun that when I jump in, I'm not even really thinking about the cosmetics that are coming up. I'm just having so much great fun with the gameplay and just playing with random people, trying to get the objectives and all that kind of stuff. And I think that draw alone gives you sort of an addiction to wanting to continue to play it, because you are just having such a great time. And I think that will bring people back, but there definitely needs to be events, and there definitely needs to be this kind of stuff continuously for a lot of people to continue to want to play. They want to feel like they're always achieving something. And luckily there are going to be multiple events this season. So there's going to be the winter contingency coming up, there's going to be the cyber showdown, and the tactical ops, all within season 1. And we know that season 1 is 6 months, so it's going to be a long season. I think generally longer than all the other seasons we're going to get in the future. It'll be very, very interesting to see what happens with this game, especially with the complaints about the battle pass going forward, and how they make the adjustments in order to make sure that not only is the gameplay perfected, which I really do think this could be the greatest Halo of all time because of that, but how are they going to perfect the free-to-play aspects with the battle pass progression. And then finally here, this one's kind of interesting, kind of weird what's going on with this here, and this has to do with World of Warcraft Complete Edition potentially coming to Xbox on December 9th. Now, to be completely honest, take this with a big grain of salt, because I'm still confused whether this is fake or not, because Idlesoft here on Twitter, who reports a bunch of stuff, said here in his tweet it could be coming on Xbox December 9th because of this leak shot here where somebody went into the code and then saw some snippet of code indicating that it would be coming because it has the xbox.com link in there. When you go through the original tweet here from Gaming Updates and Countdowns, people are saying this is a fake picture, it's been doctored, and that it isn't true. So I don't know what to believe, whether this picture has been photoshopped and it's just somebody kind of trolling to make people believe that it is coming to Xbox. I don't really care. I mean, I haven't played World of Warcraft in years. It's definitely coming way too late to console. I think it seems like it is a dying MMO, and like Final Fantasy 14 is now like the #1 MMO, but I'm not sure about any of that kind of stuff. So we'll see if it happens. I'm sure for some people this is great, especially if you're somebody who still plays WoW, somebody who maybe wants to transfer over your save, if they're going to allow you to do that on to Xbox or something like that, or if somebody who hasn't ever played the game before, maybe they're going to want to try to check it out on a console because they haven't been able to check it out on a PC. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. Let me know what you think about the Outer Worlds 2 potentially coming out in 2023, 2024. Are you excited for that? What do you think about the peak concurrent players for Halo Infinite? And do you want to see World of Warcraft come to Xbox? Thank you guys all for watching again. Happy Thanksgiving to all of my American viewers out there. And if you're new to this channel, consider hitting that subscribe button to help this channel grow. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. And I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.